What's up, y'all? What's good? Welcome to the What Up Though Show. It's your boy Dame D, and I am back with another one. Just checking in this Friday morning. We're gonna be doing Freestyle Friday tonight, and I'll wait for a few people to jump in before I start. But yeah, just coming in, checking in, see what's going on out there. Wishing everybody a happy Friday. Everybody's getting out to the work day. I wanna, say what's up to, my peoples at Mac Assembly. What up, dope? It's your boy Dame D. Just still recovering. Trying to get this swelling to go down on my face. Been face still a little swole. But for the most part, I'm pretty much healing up and feeling good. Just like I said, just besides the swelling, everything is good. Yep. So let me make sure that you guys can hear me. I still can't hear out of my left ear. Let me see what's going on, but I want to make sure I can be heard. Hold on. See what's going on, but I want to make sure I can be heard. Hold on. Okay, I definitely can be heard. So we are good. So I'm gonna wait for a few people to jump in, seeing what's going on out there. Definitely make sure that you like, subscribe, and share. Leave a message. Matter of fact, like I said, tonight we're going to be doing our Freestyle Friday. If you guys, whoever want to come in, put send me your email. You're more than welcome to join the conversation. We're gonna have some great talks. Matter of fact, let me see if I can get E Skeezy um, on the line with us. You know what? I'll wait. I'll wait. Man, he should see this. So, but yeah, I'll wait until tonight. But yeah, man, we're gonna have a good talk. We're gonna be talking about them Lions. We got a good game coming up this weekend. We're gonna be down in Washington playing the Washington Commanders. Off of that tough loss that we had last week against Minnesota. We definitely need to rebound and come back out. With vengeance, I should say, because that was a horrible loss. Our offensive line looked horrible. The secondary gave up a lot of plays. We had a lot of missed tackles. So those are some of the things we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about the Lions, loss with Minnesota, and we're going to talk about their matchup this weekend with the Commanders. You know what I mean? So I just want to come in and chap in. The comment section is open. I got a few people watching. You definitely welcome to comment. Let me know what you thought about last week's loss and this upcoming week matchup against the Commanders. You know what I mean? Yep. So hopefully everybody is having a good Friday out there, starting their weekend off. You know what I mean? Oh, I said I was going to be trying to bring a lot more content since I'm going to be off for a few weeks due to this my surgery. So definitely want to tap in a little earlier, you know, um, and communicate a little bit more with you guys and have a little bit more interaction with everyone. Meaning that I'm able to come in a little bit early. That's why I'm up and at it now. And I want to. My cousin Kev made these shirts for me. I like this. What up, though? Yep. So what's going on out there? I'm just waiting on a few people to jump in and start up a conversation. What's going on in the city tonight? Oh, you know what? I know what's going on. I want to say what's up to my cousin Simona Knox. Happy birthday. Trying to get this swelling down. Definitely we will. We're supposed to be going out there tonight to hang out with them for a little bit. Her and her husband and celebrate her birthday weekend. So I want to say I love you and happy birthday. You have a good day and have a good weekend. The other day we talked about health and longevity. Hopefully that conversation that we had the other day, reached someone, someone who was needing to, go get a checkup, go see their doctor, you know, uh, just get a check into their health. You know what I mean? So, that was a good conversation. That was a great conversation. So if you guys did not watch that show, definitely make sure that trying to make sure that this thing is not over my incision. But yeah, if you did not watch that show, make sure you go over to the channel and check out that video. It was a good video. We talked about health and longevity, and things like that. It was a good conversation. that we had between me, Big Hen, and East Keezy. So, we people, you definitely have to make sure you're taking care of yourself, health wise. You have to make sure that you're going to the doctors. And one thing that East Keezy talked about, you have to make sure that you're going to the dentist, you know, um, because the dentist can reveal a lot of stuff too, and I talked about that, that's going on with your body and your mouth, because those are one of the important things, you know, um, to take care of. It is your teeth and your mouth, because your mouth carries a lot of bacteria, and things like that, so you have to stay up on your dental hygiene, and mainly you just have to stay up on your physical, um, you just got to stay on top of your on your health. You know what I mean? So I won't dwell on that too much. I just want to come in and chop it up, see who was all up, who wanted to conversate. Like I said, the comment section is open. Leave a comment. Let me know how you're doing, how your day's going, what's going on in the city. You know, um, I had a few things that I could have showed, but I won't do that. I just want to come in and chop it up and talk with you guys for a little bit. Yeah. Let me see if I can get my dog on here. Okay, give me a second, guys. Okay. So, but yeah, man, I'm just chiming in, checking in, and seeing what's going on out there. It is 11:57 here in the Midwest on the East Coast. You know what I mean? Just seeing who's all up, and let me make sure that the video and everything is clear and everything is everything. Yeah, everything looks good. So, okay, that was Dave. Yep. So, yeah, man. Like I said, we're gonna be doing Freestyle Friday tonight. We're gonna have some good conversations, some good talks. E Skeezy is back with us. He'll be joining us, co-hosting with me, and hopefully I'll have LaShawn on too. She'll be able to join us and give a female's point of view from the conversation that we're going to have today. But I have a lot of topics lined up. We're going to be discussing in the next upcoming days that we're going to be talking about. But how's your day going on out there? What's going on? I see we got a few people watching. Make sure that you hit that like, comment, subscribe. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. We're trying to build this platform up, and we're trying to reach our goals over here, and it only works when you guys hit that subscribe button, when you like and you comment and you share. You know what I mean? So, like I said, it's Friday. We're going to be doing Freestyle Friday tonight. I'm just chiming in and checking in early. Just trying to get myself back, up and at it. I had surgery a few days ago, still recovering from that. My face is still a little swollen, from that, but for the most part, I'm doing good. I'm healing up. Everything was good, you know. And I just want to check in for a little bit and just have a conversation and say what up though to everybody. Yeah, what y'all think them Lions gonna do this weekend? Give me your thoughts and your opinions on this weekend matchup with the Lions. Those are one of the conversations that we're going to talk about tonight. I definitely want to talk about, you know, um, I did not have a chance. I didn't have a chance really to, talk about the loss that we had against Minnesota, because I was getting myself prepared for my surgery that I had Tuesday. So I really didn't go off into the conversations with that. But we'll do that today, and then we'll talk about the upcoming matchups. So yeah, like I said, I got a few people that's watching. Interact with me, talk with me. How your Friday going? Hopefully you have a good Friday. Leading to the weekend and a great weekend. But I'm just up and just seeing what everybody got up for the weekend. Like I said, I was invited. My cousin, she have her birthday was I believe earlier this weekend. They're going to celebrate it today, so I may go down there and chop it up with them and hang out with the family. It's always a good time. When you're around loved ones and family and things like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I want to give a shout out to my team, Trim 3. I want to thank everybody who which wished me a speedy recovery. I want to thank everyone who sent the prayers out. The love was definitely felt. I appreciate everything that everyone said, and just all the words of encouragement. You know what I mean? The love was felt. So I want to thank everybody who who prayed for me and who made comments. You know what I mean? Yeah, it goes a long way. Yep. So I'm just recovering and just trying to heal up. That's it. Yeah. But what's going on out there? It's Friday. Everybody got paid today. What's going on? What y'all doing? Yeah. So I don't have anything specific thing to talk about right now. I'm just tuning in and chiming in and just chopping it up right now. Just on here seeing who's up. Yeah, and like I said, for whoever wants to come in on the conversation tonight, make give me your go slide into my DM, or if you don't mind, just you can leave it in the comment section. It's on your email, and through your email, I'm able to bring multiple people in to be able to interact and join excuse me, and join the show. You know what I mean? So when I ask you guys for your email, it just really is only to be able to send you guys a link. That way I'm able to bring you guys in. Excuse me, and I'm able to bring you guys in. You guys are able to be singing up here on the stage with me. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, it's Friday. We don't made it to another Friday. You know, um, we in the month of November. We got Thanksgiving coming up this month. It's gonna be a busy month. And Christmas is sure to follow. I know all the kids are getting excited, and getting ready for that. It's not a good, I'm not gonna say not a good look, but this time of the year, a lot of people get depressed, during the holidays. You get you still have to pay your bills, and if you got kids, the kids are, wanting to have a good Christmas and things like that, so it can be a good time for some people, and it can be a depressing time for people during the holiday seasons, not just because of, spending money and buying gifts. It is because of loved ones too, that's not here. You know what I mean? So this time of the year can be, a good time and a bad time for some people. You know what I mean? Yep. So, I just want to wish everybody a happy Friday. Hopefully everybody's out there getting productive, getting to that money. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. You know, um, living life and taking care of your business and your family. That's what it's about. And then just enjoying your free time when you do have it. Yep. I want to give a shout out also to my uncle Bunky. He's definitely been um, a main mentor in my life, my entire life. Two men that's been, great men in my life. My uncle Keith and my uncle Bunky. These are the two guys that that I've always looked up to. And I'm still working, and I think I'm going to get started on some of the stuff that I need to get started with on this documentary with my uncle Keith. this is something that I'm going to do, and I'm going to get it right. I've just been waiting. I've just been trying to perfect my craft and just trying to get all my cousins to. I won't be able to get all of them together at once, so I'm going to have to individually get interviews from them to be able to put all this stuff together. But that's something that I'm going to do. It's been on my heart. And I've just been picturing everything and just putting my thoughts and my words together to be able to put this documentary together for Keith Lee Sr., which is my uncle, one of the greatest men that lived on this planet, I thought. He was inspiring to a lot of men, in Brightmoor, to a lot of men just in general, who came in contact with him. He was a gentle giant, a great man, a great husband, a great father, you know, um, and this has been on my heart dearly to be, just to be able to talk about him, and let you guys know, what he did, for, a bunch of men, and women. He opened up his doors to everybody who wanted to come in, who wanted to learn the game of boxing. You know what I mean? Great coach, great manager, him just an all-around great person, you know what I mean? Great conversation. I would love to be able, if he still was here, to have a conversation, to bring him on the show and have a conversation with him. He's a great, was a great person to talk to. If you had anything that was on your mind or that was bothering you, this was a man that you could always go to and talk to, and he would give you an option to be able. He would give you words of encouragement, I should say, for you to be able to go out there and handle, whatever difficulties or whatever situation you was in. So I just want to, give a shout out to him. There's not a day that don't go by that he does not cross my mind. And I want to give a shout out to my cousin Charmaine. Make sure you go over there here, and I'm about to look her up. Go over there to her channel on Facebook. Her name is Charmaine Lee. Make sure you go over there and subscribe to her channel. She's doing big things. She's queen of big thighs. So make sure you go over there and subscribe to her channel. She's putting out good content. And I brought her up because she just had a medallion made with his picture on the front and the back, and I thought that was awesome. What she had did. I would love to show that. I may do that another time, but yeah, definitely go over there on her page, subscribe to her channel. She's putting out content. We're gonna probably do something together one day. Here soon, but yeah, man, I just, like I said, it's Friday. Hopefully everybody's having a great Friday afternoon. We're gonna do our freestyle Friday tonight. We'll be able to come in. I'll be able to come in a little earlier than normal because I'm off of work. You know what I mean? So we're gonna have a good talk, great conversations. So I want everybody who wants to come in and join us and join the discussion. You're more than welcome to come on in. Yep. So I don't really have anything else to add. I just want to come on here for a second and see who was all up, see who was at it, and see what's going on out there. Yep. So yeah, I am going to go on ahead and end it, and I will be back in a little bit. Like I said, I just want to come on a little bit, chop it up, see what was going on out there. See how everybody's day was going on. And again, I want to thank everybody who sent me a message, who reached out to me, who um, who said prayers and everything. It definitely was. It was felt. The love was felt. I appreciate everybody's words of encouragement and just everything. Your boy is back up and I'm back at it. I told you guys I was gonna go in there, get that surgery done, and come back out and be back out here doing shows. And your boy is a man of his word. I'm just trying to make sure that I put out good content, keep you guys entertained. We're trying to bring new things to the show, just trying to make sure that I continue putting out, content, and that's it. That's what it's about. Trying to stay focused, and just trying to entertain everybody. But I don't have anything else to add. I want to, I want to tell everybody have a great and safe day. Have a it's Friday, it's the weekend. You be safe out there. Don't go getting yourselves in no trouble. Make sure y'all just be safe out there. And I will see y'all in a little bit. It's your boy Dame D, and I am out. Peace.